You are about to hear The Law of Success, Napoleon Hill, narrated by Jason Mccoy. Copyright 2018 BN Publishing. Online at bnpublishing.com. You're listening to The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. Lesson 1, The Mastermind. Copyright BN Publishing. Online at bnpublishing.com. Dedicated to Andrew Carnegie, who suggested the writings of the course, and to Henry Ford, whose astounding achievements form the foundation for practically all of the 16 lessons of the course, and to Edwin C. Barnes, a business associate of Thomas A. Edison, whose close personal friendship over a period of more than 15 years served to help the author carry on in the face of a great variety of adversities and much temporary defeat met with in organizing the course. Who said it could not be done? And what great victories has he to his credit which qualify him to judge others accurately? Napoleon Hill. A personal statement by the author. Some 30 years ago, a young clergyman by the name of Gonzales announced in the newspapers of Chicago that he would preach a sermon the following Sunday morning entitled, "What Would I Do If I Had $1 Million?" The announcement caught the eye of Philip D. Armoire, the wealthy packing house king who decided to hear the sermon. In his sermon, Dr. Gonzales pictured a great school of technology where young men and young women could be taught how to succeed in life by developing the ability to think in practical rather than in theoretical terms, where they would be taught to learn by doing. "If I had $1 million," said the young preacher, "I would start such a school." After the sermon was over, Mr. Armoire walked down the aisle to the pulpit, introduced himself, and said, "Young man, I believe you could do all you said you could, and if you will come down to my office tomorrow morning, I will give you the $1 million you need." There is always plenty of capital for those who can create practical plans for using it. That was the beginning of the Armoire Institute of Technology, one of the very practical schools of the country. The school was born in the imagination of a young man who never would have been heard of outside of the community in which he preached had it not been for the imagination plus the capital of Philip D. Armoire. Every great railroad and every outstanding financial institution and every mammoth business enterprise and every great invention began in the imagination of some one person. F.W. Woolworth created the 5 and 10 cent store plan in his imagination before it became a reality and made him a multimillionaire. Thomas A. Edison created the talking machine and the moving picture machine and the incandescent electric light bulb and scores of other useful inventions in his own imagination before they became a reality. During the Chicago fire, scores of merchants whose stores went up in smoke stood near the smoldering embers of their former places of business, grieving over their loss. Many of them decided to go away into other cities and start over again. And the group was Marshall Field, who saw, in his own imagination, the world's greatest retail store, standing on the self-same spot where his former store had stood, which was then but a ruined mass of smoking timbers. That store became a reality. Fortunate is the young man or young woman who learns early in life to use imagination, and doubly so in this age of greater opportunity. Imagination is a faculty of the mind which can be cultivated, developed, extended, and broadened by use. If this were not true, this course on the 15 Laws of Success never would have been created, because it was first conceived in the author's imagination from the mere seed of an idea which was sown by a chance remark of the late Andrew Carnegie. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you may be following as an occupation, there is room for you to make yourself more useful, and in that manner more productive by developing and using your imagination. Success in this world is always a matter of individual effort, yet you will only be deceiving yourself if you believe that you can succeed without the cooperation of other people. Success is a matter of individual effort only to the extent that each person must decide in his or her own mind what is wanted. This involves the use of imagination. From this point on,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?